Alright, so hello guys, this is me, Vay back here. So the time now is around 12:28 a.m. in Malaysia, which is the country I live in. Alright, so this is a short video, okay, about Honkai Star Rail, okay. So in this video we'll be talking about Rappa. Alright, so for those who are out of version or you are no longer playing the game or you are just here for some gossip content, okay, so Rappa is an imaginary erudition character just recently released in the latest update of Honkai Star Rail, alright, as the new character, new 5 star, okay, and also like the first half banner of the game. Alright, so Rappa, as I said, is imaginary erudition and she is a form of break character. Okay, so first, she doesn't like, yeah, these are my stats. All right, it's maybe not the best, but this is the best I can get currently. Okay, so for Lycons, I'm using Eternal Calculus here. Of course, technically any erudition Lycon works as long as they are not follow up attack. Okay, because Rappa is not a follow up attack erudition character. She is in fact a break, um, yeah, a break effect DPS dealer, super break damage dealer, right? So anything that increases attack percent or break effect, okay, like the limited 4 star icon I just got, okay, break effect or your attack percent will work well, okay. Also, ultimate damage doesn't actually work because her ultimate is just a kind of buff instead of a damage output. Okay, of course, the signature icon is always the best. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm just going to show you like a short description here. Right, so this is a signature icon, increases the awareness break effect by 60, which is a lot. When entering and battle, immediately regenerates 30 energy, which is crucial because Rappa's energy requirement is actually quite high. After the wearer uses ultimate, obtains right on. After using 2 basic attacks, advances the wearer's action by 50% and removes right on. After the wearer uses ultimate, resets right on. Okay, so that technically enables her to like immediately take action, almost like double action. So you can see how important the signature icon actually is. But if you don't have a signature icon, there are also a lot of like replacements. Okay, so the two I showed you just now is actually I would say usable. Okay, of course there are like probably others one, but Genius one in this case is actually like um not not that good for Rappa because as I said, Rappa is like kind of the new gen mechanics. She's more to like break and super break instead of like crit scaling DPS. Yeah, in a way, it's good for players to build her because the requirements are much lower. But in a bad case, majority like cones will not work well on like Rappa. Yeah, as you can see, like Genius one you can't really use on her because it's like crit. Like it buffs crit and it buffs follow up attack, which is not suitable for Rappa. And for Argenti, it's not suitable also because it buffs crit damage. And for Jade ones, yeah, it also can't work because it's follow up and crit rate. Right. So yeah, so that's how technically like screwed up the 5 star icon is. But in Himeko's icon is like a special case. Alright, because why? Himeko's icon she increases attack percent, okay? Because attack percent buffs Rafa, I'll explain Rappa, okay? I'll explain later in her like her traces why attack percent helps her. Okay, while at the same time when enemy is inflicted with weakness break, okay, which Rappa does all the time, especially if you have Rami on the team, their enemy will be have weakness break for longer. Damage dealt by a wearer increases by 30% for 1 turn. Okay, although it's 1 turn, but in damage increase is still increase. So in a way, this is actually good. Okay, second one is Eternal Calculus. So what this Lycon does is, by the way, this is exchangeable from her store. Okay, so it increases the wearer's attack by 8% at Superimposition 1. After using an attack for each enemy hit, additionally increases attack by 4%. This effect can stack up to 5 times and last until the next attack. If there are 3 or more enemy targets hit, this unit's speed increases by 8%, lasting for 1 turn. Alright, so here's the stats for max level. Right, so you can get it easily because it's available in her store permanently, unless you don't want to exchange it. Okay, you can also superimposition it like quite easy. Okay, so those are for 5 stars. So for 4 stars, the Herta signature Lycon is not a good option. So is the Serval Cone. Yeah, it's not too suitable. So Genius's repose is actually not bad, but the crit damage might go to waste because, as I said, Rappa is a break damage and super break damage scaler. So crit doesn't really benefit her. Okay, so for the seriousness of breakfast, it's actually still alright. Right, this one is alright. So, but in my opinion, obviously, 4 star is best in slot. Is this one after the Charmony Fall. So this is the current limited 4 star like code in this banner, and it's damn hard to get. Okay, so what it does is increases the wearer's break effect by a certain percentage. After the wearer uses ultimate, increases speed by 8%, lasting for 2 turns. So perfectly fits Rappa. I believe I don't have to explain too much about it. Right, so those are her like home parts. Okay, so next we'll talk about her traces. So starting from the most basic, the technique. So after using technique, enters a graffiti state for 20 seconds, and while in graffiti state, she can move forward rapidly for a set distance and attack enemy touch. Yeah, so she can just attack enemy touch instead of like you need to click left click or anything. Yeah, during the rapid movement can block all enemies attacks. Using an attack in the gravity state can end the state's duration early. After entering combat via attacking enemies, deal 30 toughness reduction regardless of weakness type, and break damage equals to 200% of Rappa's imaginary break damage to each enemy target, and deals break damage equal to 180% of Rappa imaginary break damage to edge targets. At the same time, this unit regenerates energy. Okay, brief description. Enter state, move very fast. You can attack anyone who you touch. Okay, if you enter battle through this state, enemy will receive toughness reduction regardless of what type is it. And Rappa will deal imaginary break damage to all of them. Okay, at the same time you gain tech energy. Okay, this is the simple understand version. Okay, next we have the skill. So the skill is actually pretty straightforward. AoE, toughness reduction skill is 10, and deals imaginary damage equals to 105% of Rappa's attack to all enemies. So this is a level 8 one, level 10 will be a bit higher. Okay. So next will be her talent. So her talent is each time the enemy is weakness broken, Rappa gains 1 point of charge. Up to 10. When Rappa next launches the third hit of the Ningu Demon Blade Petal Blade, Demon Bane Petal Blade additionally deals break damage equal to 60% of Rappa's imaginary break damage to all enemies. This damage can ignore weakness type to reduce 2 toughness. Consuming all charge, each point of charge increases the break damage multiplier by 50% and increases the toughness reduction that can ignore weakness type by 1. When breaking weakness triggers the imaginary weakness break effect. Yeah. So to make this simple, um so during her enhanced basic attack, she will hit 3 times. So for like if the enemy is like weakness broken, like before the third hit, okay, like she will get a charge, and after that when she like launch the third hit, she can additionally deal break damage according to her own imaginary break damage to all enemies. Yeah. So this damage can ignore like weakness type to reduce 2 toughness, okay, and consuming all of the charge at once. Each point of charge increases the break damage multiplied by 50%. So if consider you have 10 stacks, which is almost technically impossible at E0, okay. I haven't read the constellation yet, but I believe constellation has something to do with this. Okay, so 50%, assuming you have 5 stacks, you have 250% increase, which is actually considered a lot. Yeah, but 5 stacks isn't too hard if enemy have imaginary weakness. Yeah, but if enemy don't have imaginary weakness, it's fine because this attack can ignore imaginary weakness. Alright, next her ulti. So her ulti is actually pretty straightforward. What it does is it enters a special state and immediately gains 1 extra turn, and she will have 3 turns of the special state. So during the special state, she increased her weakness break efficiency by 50%, just like Rame's skill. Yeah, you increase by 50%. And break effect by 30%, just like Harmony MC's ulti. Alright, so while in this form, her basic attack is enhanced and skill and ultimate cannot be used. Yeah, technically just like a lockup. So after using enhanced basic attack, consumes 1 point of the chroma ink, which is a special state. When the ink runs out, she exits the state immediately. Alright, so that's technically how her ulti is, just like a buff, okay, and enhance and a buff. It doesn't do any damage. That is why I say like any ultimate damage buff also doesn't help her, and she doesn't require crit in this situation to like help her to like, yeah, do damage. All right, next will be her basic attack. Okay, so her basic attack in normal state is just basic attack like 100%, but if it's the enhanced version, I believe this is like quite the essay. Okay, so launches Ningu Demon Bane Petal Blade. The first two hits deal imaginary damage equal to 100% of Rappa's attack to one designated enemy, and imaginary damage equal to 50% of her attack to adjacent targets. And third hit deals like damage equals to 100% of Rappa's attack to all enemies. Enhanced basic attack will not recover skill points just like Boot Heal. Attacking enemies that don't have imaginary weakness can also reduce toughness, whose effect is equal to 50% of the original toughness reduction. Yeah, just like Firefly. When breaking weakness triggers the imaginary weakness break effect. Okay. Um. Yeah. So it's just DPS. Yeah. To make it shorter, it's just like the first and second hit is like destruction characters. Yeah, she can hit one enemy and two adjacent enemies, which is three targets. Okay, but when she hit the last hit, it's going to be AoE. Okay, so now for the slightly bigger traces, bonus abilities. Alright, so first, when the weakness of an elite level or higher enemy is broken, Rappa additionally gains 1 point of charge and regenerates 10 energy. Next, while in the seal form state, after Rappa uses enhanced basic attack to deal damage to a weakness broken enemy, convert this toughness reduction from this instance of damage to one instance of 60% super break damage. Right, means she can still do super break damage, but it's not that high. Yeah. Alright. Next, yeah, the third one, which is the last one, yeah, also the one you get like after you 70 ascended or 60 ascended, I kind of forget it. Yeah, this is also one of the important points where I say attack percent will actually benefit Rappa, which comes from this ability. So this ability says when an enemy target becomes weakness broken, increases the break damage taken by 2%. If Rappa's current attack is higher than 2400, for every 100 excess attack, additionally increases this value by 1% up to a max additional increase of 8%. This effect lasts for 2 turns. Okay, so originally you have 2%. Alright, so for every 100 excess over 2400, you increase the value by 1. So it can increase up to a maximum of 8%. So it means maximum cap of your 800 attack beyond 2400 is your limit. So which is around 3200 attack. Okay, I know this might sound impossible, but it's actually kind of achievable if you cracked it the right way. Yeah. So overall, it's like 10% increased break damage, but you don't have to purposely like, because of this, I have to stack all attack on Rappa. No, still overall, she's still a break DPS. Just stack break on her. Yeah. Alright, so here are my relics. Okay, so for relics, I actually have a lot of like different combinations and a lot of like sets, but overall, I'm using Iron Cavalry because don't ask me, I just like playing Super Break. Okay, so if you don't have Iron Cavalry, you can go for a 2-2, which is Watchmaker and probably like Thief. Okay, like it's like Watchmaker or Thief, like 2+2. Okay, or if you're going for 4 piece, you can go for like Thief, or you can go for like Iron Cavalry. Because Iron Cavalry ignores defense and Super Break damage is fun. Yeah, so I'm not giving that up. Alright, you can also go for like 4 piece thief. Yeah, 4 piece thief actually works. And another funny thing is I found that 4 musketeer actually works too. Yeah, I know some people might feel like this is funny, but it actually works. Yeah, because it increases the basic damage dealt. Like, yeah, at least it's better than nothing. Alright, at least it's better than nothing. Alright, So for the two inner circle pieces, which is the spear and the rope, okay, I'll be using Talia, okay, or if you have other like intrusive thoughts, you can use Firmament, Frontline, Glamoth, okay. So yeah, previously I was using this, but I found that it's like a bit hard because like it has a speed requirement, and her kit isn't like Boot Hill because Boot Hill Slide Cone provides a lot of speed. Okay, so yeah, I end up using Talia, and Talia is like much more easier to achieve the stats. So um now talk about the stats, right? So for the head and the hands, it's fixed. Alright, it's always HP and attack. So for the body, you can go for probably attack percent. Okay, don't follow me. Don't follow me. Okay, please don't follow me. I don't have the I don't have the like suitable stats for this. Okay, I plug this from someone, and I put it here. Okay, so if you have attack percent, just give attack percent. Okay, and for the feet, okay, you can put speed. Okay, you can put attack percent too, but overall she needs speed, so she can like take action more and just like stack a lot of more energy and move faster. For spear, obviously imaginary damage boost. I don't have to explain why. And link rope, you might want to go for break effect. Okay, if you don't have break effect, you can go for attack percent just for replacement, but replace as soon as possible if you have break effect. Alright, so for substats, go for break effect if possible. Alright, break effect is what you need, attack percent, and speed. Okay, others you can just go, as long as you have those three, others you can just freestyle it. Right, so Eidolons I'm not going to talk about it because um yeah, I'm just not going to talk about it. So here are my overall stats. Kinda low, but if I have a signature like code, it's probably around 210, like 210, 220. Yeah, it should be around there. Won't go too far. Right, so this is the video, short video. I talk about Rappa. Even though I tried to make it as short and as packed as possible, I still wasted like 70 minutes on this. Right, so I hope this video actually helped you all because they want Rappa and I actually rush built her. Yeah, so I actually hope this helped you all, and yeah, if you have anything you want to say or you want to correct me or you have better advices, don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section. Okay, and thank you all for watching all the way here. Thank you for your time spent. Okay, I should appreciate that. So I'll see you in the next video, which I don't know what is it going to be about. Yeah, so I'll decide on the spot. Right, so thank you guys for watching, and peace.